everybody, it's nice to be here again with you. First of all, my personal reflection for this week is that ever since I started doing these videos and I'm sharing my faith and my spirituality, it has gained momentum, and throughout the whole week I find myself feeling very inspired and connected spiritually to God. I find myself praying a lot, and I feel like my heart is singing. And I think it's because I'm finally doing something that I believe is my calling or what I was meant to do. I've always thought about how I can use my qualities or the opportunities I've been given. I've never felt like, I have anything particular, like a particular talent, or that I'm particularly specialized in anything. So I feel like the most I can do and give to others is just my enthusiasm for how faith can help you in your life and how God can comfort you in times of need. And so my journey, my spiritual journey, has been ever since I was very little, getting inspiration. I am from Nicaragua, and I lived there until I was about 7 years old. And I remember just observing some of the issues that were going on in the country. My family and I had to leave because there was a war starting with the Sandinista revolution, and I remember just watching the immense poverty that existed in my country and feeling so inspired to want to help others. And throughout my life there has been poignant moments where I have felt God's calling in my life. One of the most important moments was when I was living in Brazil when I was about 26 years old, 27, and I started going to church every day, and I could hear the bells outside my window. And so I started going to church every day, and then it started to become very excessive and obsessive, and I started to struggle with some mental health issues at the same time. And it was very hard because I didn't know what was happening. It was hard to decipher what was the mental health part and then what was the spiritual part. And it was a very tough time for me. And so what ended up happening was that I just shut down completely in regards to my spirituality. I think I kind of checked out for a good 10 years, and it wasn't until last year that I switched churches, and I went to this new church, and when I heard the music playing, my heart started beating, and I started to worry because I think, is it going to get obsessive again? Does this mean that I am not balanced? It just becomes so strong, and I went to talk to the priest, and luckily this time I had a lot of spiritual guidance and spiritual direction. And I know now that my faith and my spirituality and my enthusiasm for helping others, both in mental health but through spiritual counseling too, and bringing others closer to their God or their religion, their spirituality, is the best thing I can do. And this time around, with a lot of help and guidance, I know I am okay. I have to take care of my mental health, but I also know that the spiritual part is very real, and it is my calling, and that is really all I want to do, is help inspire others to connect with their own spirituality, with God or whatever they believe in, whatever religion you belong to. That is kind of where I'm at this point. In that short story that I wrote, there is so much more detail about what I've gone through, and if you want to read more about it, like I said, it's called Finding God by Maria Loreto. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Do please reach out to me, send me an email, let me know your thoughts or share your spiritual journey, and maybe perhaps how, if you suffer from any kind of mental health issues, if those two areas have ever become a problem or questionable for you, or it's hard to decipher where one starts and the other ends. I just want to share that even though some of you may suffer from some mental health issues, I do want you to trust your own inspirations regarding your faith and spirituality. Believe in God, pray often, know that that is the way to peace and happiness, which is what I wish for all of you. And please feel free to send me an email for any questions or suggestions, any topics you want to discuss. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.